these are people excited to ngihleli nabo namhlanje. They go by the name of Tutti Grooves, and I'm sure it's people that you know, it's people that you get excited when you see either on your screens or when you see them on stage. And nginamadoda ayi-2 njengamanje in front of me by the name of Usiyanda Kamageba, uZulu lona, uThabani Kheswa. Madoda, greetings to you.
Oh
yeah, siyaphila. Baba Kheswa. Angisakwazi mfethu, it's a lockdown and ngiyabona netshebe ziyakhulu sofuna ukufana nami.
It's called.
Oh yeah. Okay. No, this is Atimtende TV, gentlemen, as I've indicated earlier on, and this is part of a Thursday Night Live brought to you, our viewers, by none other than Atimtende Events. And today we've got Tutti Grooves on your screens, our viewers, to but I'm sure Guti, you are also as excited as I am. Guti siyabona namhlanje ngihleli nabo ke mina. Mhlawumbe now you also wish ukuthi ngabe uhleli nabo la. Unfortunately for you, they are on your screen, so enjoy them be lapho. But ke for your benefit, let me allow maybe Usiyanda insizwa kaMageba ukuthi is introduce nje kunina briefly ukuthi ubani isukaphi and what inspired him ukuthi aze abe la ekhona namhlanje.
Maybe let's start with it's very exciting to be here at Atimtende TV. It's just really a great initiative, and salute to Atimtende Events.
Thank you.
Back to your question right there. I love my English today. My name is Sianda Zulu. I come from Gwatuguza, Estenga. This is where I come from.
Great.
I grew up there. Mbozamo.
Mbozamo. Oh, umfula. Okay.
Yeah, umfula siwuphuzayo lapha.
All right. Sorry, I thought it's a form of a liquid, but sengiyazwa umfula.
No, umfula.
It's another form.
Yeah, but great stuff. Ngikhulela phana kwaDukuza. Mina ngaziwa njengomfana nje oyithandele esontweni.
Okay.
Umfana othanda music, ukufunda icilongo nje mhlawumbe ngaqala ngineminyaka ewu10, ngisemncane ngaziwa nje njengalo mfana othanda music, mfana kamkhulu kaZulu kumafuya streets. So I grew up at Church of Salvation Army playing music. That's where my first musical experience started. So Salvation Army, I learned how to play itilongo, trumpet.
Some notes.
Yes, and you see what this is where my first music reading lesson started. Theory music and all of that at the age of 10. So I got a lot of experience right there at my co-foundation. So. Growing up and then going to a varsity, I went to a UKZN, University of KwaZulu-Natal. This is where I did my diploma in jazz and popular music, and also did my degree, Bachelor of Practical Music. This is where also I learned a lot of things, and then I met a lot of people. It's just a lot of. It's actually overwhelming thing reflecting about all of this thing. And then fast forward, I moved to Pietermaritzburg. That's another journey of my musical life where I got to interact. I think this is where I started living some portion of my purpose in life in terms of developing people, local artists and church, musician, worship team that became a very, very strong part of me. And then fast forward to I moved to Johannesburg. No, I had to also, tick the checklist. Tell me now I need to teach formally music, and I teach in a school in Alexandra. It's called Ria Lugile Secondary School. So that's also where I got to live life in a different way. I mean, obviously, firstly, the environment also is a very disadvantaged area, I could put it. But the people...
That's Alexandra.
Alexandra. It's a very historic place. You know, great people come from there. You know, Ivan Koza, I see, and all those things. Moving right ahead. It's in this way I started to get to inspire young people, get to teach them music from from scratch. Abantu bangaze instrument, but some just at a church level.
Is it a primary school or a high school?
High school, actually.
Okay,
it's a high school. But also but the program is amazing because now it's run by what you call magnet school, which is also when they station us at Drielo Khili, that means all the other schools are having access to us to come and have lessons.
Is that because there is infrastructure within
there's infrastructure
the high school
and there's this facility, and there is manpower of teachers. We've got like 6 teachers there that teach
teaching music,
just music at the school, but also feeds all from primary schools and even community members.
Quite exciting.
You know, it's very amazing. I wish the whole of South Africa could have this. I mean, because this is what I wish I could have. I could have had rather Usakula, but you know, other people could have had Elokshini and all of that thing. But it's amazing. It's actually there in the disposal of black people, you know, African people, you know. So, and it's actually absolutely free for them to come and learn, you know. So moving right along, this is where I'm at, and then I'm very exposed to the musical industry and production industry at large. This is where I get to learn a lot of other things in production. So hallelujah.
No, it's quite interesting, Siana, I must say, because we've seen you, Nabo Annie Smith, on stage. We've seen you Crown Gospel Awards and a whole lot of other people that you are rubbing shoulders with. We can see where the inspiration is coming from, but we'll come back to that. Maybe let's get to Ubab Keswa. Simthole nje naye ukumuza ukuthi ngempela usela ekhona njengamanje with music. Where did this thing start? But Ubab Keswa usitshele nje kancane ukuthi Ubab Keswa ubani kahle hle?
Oh, siyabonga Xabashi. Nami nje ngiqale ngokubonga ithuba and sibonga nje on behalf of Tutti groups okuyibona abantu esibamele nje wasila kwamanje and nabo sababingelela noma bengemuva kodwa ke bala sibaphethe. Sibonga kakhulu ku Atimthende Events and Atimthende TV ukuthi ke basihloniphe basibone sifanelekile ukuthi sizoveza ubunjalo bethu njengeqembu. Ngihleli nje lana ke on behalf of Tutti Grooves ngu-drama wakhona idlala igubhu lezi kuzona ikhiphi ukuze ke bonke umuntu adanse ngoba bakwazi ukudansa ngingekho sekungaba inkinga lokho badanse kanjani ngingakafiki. Cha into engicabanga ukuthi into ebaleka kakhulu nje ngizoyiveza ngiyi-highlight. I actually met uSiyanda e-UKZN. Senza i-jazz and popular music. That's when ke izinto zaqale zashuba. Warealize ukuthi kahle kahle Asia music impela mude kakhulu ujulile. Yaba interesting. Well ke thina ke abanye ke sabe sesibuya ke siba ngapha kwi-business kakhulu because I went to do into abayibiza ngokuthi office management and technology. Then after that against the project management and then ngase ngithi ke nje uyangapha with my business and then ngenza ama events and ngu-promoter as well. Well ke ngibuye ngisebenze nakwezinye indawo ebalekile ngeke ngizisho ke njengamanje wangila. Sengathi kuthiwa ngikhokhe.
No, that's very true.
But into nje ekuyona engicabanga ukuthi inkulu kakhulu empilweni yami umusa nje kaThixo. Because everything that I have accomplished ngeke ngibone ukuthi mhlambe ngokuhlakanipha kwami ingapheki ukuhlakanipha kwami yabo, and it's just grace yabo, even ukuba part of Tutti groups umusa, you know, because I'm with the people akade baqala, you know, and we are the people who are great in music, who are more versed yabo, and who are more talented, but being amongst them ungenza kube ngathi nami I am more, you know. So it's that actually about me, which I just appreciate my surroundings, and I grew up like that even from school. Ngiqale ukuthi nje ngethi ngiyacula yabo ngoba ngangicula kuqala ngangicula ke
uqale ucula
ngangibonise ngivocal embarrassed nje ngangicula kuqala angazi kwenzakalani mhlawumbe kuzoka angichazela uZulu masesiphuma la
Siyanda washo izinto asazi kodwa sizozo.
But it's all about that with me. It's associations and brotherhood and the togetherness, you know, of people around you, bekuthatha bekuphakamisa make you a better person.
No, by coincidence, the two of you also, at some stage, you were part of ministry. you know,
Yes,
at Peter
yes,
Maritzburg,
yes,
and you were
yes.
playing quite a significant role as church members, but you were also contributing musically. Tabani, there was a role that you were playing. Usiana na ikne role abeyidlala.
Yeah, in fact,
Yeah.
sashiyelana.
Oh, nashiyelana ibele.
Yeah, ngenxa ukuthi mina
Feminist.
angithi mina bonke imdala bokancane.
Okay.
yabo. Yeah, so ngase ngifike nginyathele bese
Yeah.
ngithona ngabe sesala kumfana ke.
All right.
Hey,
Okay, no, interesting, you know, to be sitting with these two gentlemen. But what's more even interesting is that today we're going to be making an announcement towards the end of this show in terms of where Atimtane TV is going with Tutti Grooves, because there's quite something huge, something massive that we are going to be presenting, and I'm sure you're going to be excited about it. But before we even get to that, can you just take us through, Tabani Guti, how did Tutti Grooves come about? Because, you know, at a personal level, you are an artist, you are big, lapana, you know, maybe at a freelance basis. Nosianda, we've seen him, you know, doing various things with Abandabanding Abahlugene, but bringing together this group called Tutti Grooves. Iqale kanjani le nto?
Well, yeah, Tutti Grooves iqale ngokuthi mina noSiyanda sazana kudala.
Okay.
So when he moved here Maritzburg, and then he met some guys, you know, and then they formed something,
Okay.
yeah, music, and then yeah, baba iqembu impela ay elishoyo.
Elsho.
Nale unique sound.
Okay.
Yeah, which is something that ayivele i-common ekutheni siyawuthanda lo msindo wasekhaya.
Correct.
Then yenzeka lokho, and then uSiyanda being my friend and looking at what this hlangana ngama gigs yabo performances or Hazelmere or meet ma endaweni eziningi ehlukahlukene, and then I ibhene ngakuyona kwanesimo sokuthi tsheke
Kushona lena lena.
nabo la bekhona kwangathi kuthi tsheke, then sasemahlangene siqoqa ukuthi yazini kahle kahle ayivuke.
Let's put this together. Yeah.
ayivuke lento yabo, kanti masithinta amajita namajita onke, you know, they feel the same way, you
Yeah,
know, which is abantu abakhona njengamanje yabo. And kwase kuba ukuthi ngaleso sikhathi sasingenayo umuntu okhona ozothi mayesho ngebass asho kuzwakala.
Yeah, ne.
Silanda umpokanhleko.
Okay.
Naye umpothe siwakude ufuna kakhulu naye. Sasinaye futhi esikoleni UKZN.
Okay.
You know, so now it's Usiyanda.
So there's a lot of content with Tutti Grooves. I'm sure our viewers to ayezwa. You know, siyamenshina lapana, but we're also getting to know with bawufundele lo music labantu. It's not just something that we picked up from the street. Not that it's wrong to pick it from the street and from wherever that you pick it, you know, but the good thing is there's content, yabona, with Tutti Grooves, and probably that's why we're even getting this distinctive sound. Esithanda kakhulu from Tutti Grooves. Sorry to disturb you, Tabani, but I just wanted to pick up on that point.
No, that's cool, Baba. Well, it's Siyanda Zulu, myself, Taban Keswa, Mbonisi Nhleko.
Okay.
Mina ngidlala ama drums, njengoba ngishilo. Usiyanda Zulu is doing it trumpet.
Okay.
Also, he's a musical director. And then Mbonisi Nhleko is doing it bass. Also, he's a musical director. Okay. Office. And then bese kuzoba.
So you've got two musical directors in the group.
In the group. And then
interesting.
Bese kuzoba ubaba uSakhile Manqele.
Okay.
Who is he is playing a lead guitar.
Yeah.
Who's also a brilliant producer on his own right. Brilliant producer, you know.
Yeah.
Masingagxila lapho futhi
Hayi,
sahamba.
kungashonila.
Sizoba no.
By the way, is Usaki back from Johannesburg? Because I know
he's based in Johannesburg and he's been working with great talent, great companies. Yes, we mentioned
we've seen him with big brands, obviously,
ikunjalo nje. Kodwa yayichaya, he's based there and he's doing great.
Lovely.
Bese kuzoba uPhumlani Khanye, who's doing piano.
Okay.
Who is also a brilliant songwriter.
A man with a special touch.
Mellow touch. That guy wadlala kwakhala umunye usisi engihlekisana naye ngaba nomona.
So
edlala isolo.
Waphatheka kabi ayithi waba nomona.
Ngithandanga ke le uPhumlani Tayenza. Bese kuzoba uManqoba Gina.
Okay.
A very brilliant guy, you know, ngakuthengisa itshe. 1000 and he's very good.
We know him very well.
Yeah, yabo, and kuzoba uSimpiwe Gina odlala itrombone ohluphayo ke nje.
Yeah, ne.
yabo
Specialize on
ukuhlupha yawona lokulinkinga lehlakaniphe kakhulu gcina sengathi
Yeah.
yabo but nje it's all that together
Yeah,
makes it
ne.
Tutti groups and as ngishilo uthe kuyicosha emgaqweni it's
Yeah.
also good.
Yeah, correct.
You know we sasingeke sikwazi ukuthi singene e-UKZN singayicoshanga emgaqweni.
Yeah, that's very
Yabo.
true. That's very
and
true.
we all of these people they've been exposed to teaching some music and mawubheka there's this one thing common. Siyawuthanda umculo wasekhaya.
Ngiyawuthanda music.
Into esenza ukuthi sikwazi ukuhlala even ikhathi zinzima because nalento ecommon esinayo.
Yeah.
Sithanda lesiciko lesakithi.
No, I can definitely attest to that. Tutti Grooves is one of the bands, probably in South Africa, that is giving us, you know, something in a content, number one. But number two, it's something that we know. And I'm sure my viewers here can also agree to that. It's something that we know, but it's got a huge difference from everything else, you know, because equally lento ukuthi no sibona into esiyaziyo kodwa uthi mawusuyibamba usuyithinta i-texture yayo ihlukile completely. Thank you very much for the sound esinikezwe i-Tutti Grooves. But Thabani, before I move from you, I've seen you moving around. You now have someone who is dedicated at mixing music when you performer. Could that be because senike nama challenges in your performer endaweni nagcina mhlambe i-sound yenu iaffecteka? I see mhlambe you can also introduce that person enihamba naye ukuthi lo sound engineer enihamba naye ubani, how did it come about ukuthi nigcina senisebenzisana nale yansizwe?
Hey umpokahlengo.
Okay.
Ulindo
Kuhle. Yes.
Hey yeah I actually nami ngisuka ukuthi na because kwenye band ngangenayo before kudala he was one guy wayenza i-sound into wayesayihlathana ngaleso sikhathi.
All right.
But now he's worked my productions amakhulu. So you talk ama productions afana nawo or Crown Gospel Award.
Yes, I agree.
He's been involved lately and he's worked with the big names ama companies engeke ngiwabalekela ngoba sizile ngawo. Size ngumpokahlengo namhlanje uLindo. He's a brilliant sound engineer, technical guy on his own right. And uyayazi sound.
Yeah, ne.
Cha bantu uyayazi sound.
Uyayazi.
Hayi kakhulu.
I know.
And
is really.
Iyona into ngicabanga ukuthi ibuye ihlukumeze ama band amaningi on stage.
Yeah.
Yafunike naye umuntu on understand unazi ukuthi hayi
Yeah.
noma ingakhala but akabi iyo mingabe ngakaphumi.
Probably that's why I'm saying you are giving us something that we know but with a difference, because everywhere Ginizwa ni performer, you are just giving us a sound that is just completely different. And thanks obviously to Ulindo Insizwa Kahlengwa for doing a great job. Obviously you are also as talented as you are in Tutti Grooves. We are excited about that. Sianda, how is it like to be working with the band? Because sometimes our individual differences, they trip in and agcine se destabilizer indlela enisebenza ngayo as a band. Is it a good thing you are a musical director within the band? How is it like managing insizwa ezifana nabo Thabani, nikhulume ngoSimphiwe insizwa othanda ukuzindiza la everywhere, but also highly talented or Phumlani and everybody? These are people with talent. Ukumanage labantu, you know, masenifuna le content. Kuyinto eme kanjani baba?
Ukhulume ipoint elithanda ukuqancane nje ngoba ukhulume ukuthi iband imanage kanjani mhlambe let me confess I manage so I manage le band. It's I think we have come to the realization it's vele nje vele achithekile lamanzi ayikho esingayenza ngesikwazi kwabutha, but I think humor is one of the pivotal point of us, and fellowship amongst each other. I think that's one thing that for 2 months or so, but when we come together, there's always that thing of we love being around each other. To such an extent, we don't need anything external or need anyone external. We're just a vibe on our own, straight. In fact, we are just good magnets. People would want to be part of what we are all about, because there's just so much humor, there's so much great personalities. Nabanye badabusa njengo Phumlani kodwa babuye bagcine be right, but ukugcina ku right bagcine sebe right yabona sebevukile sebe yabo, but it's great. You know what I mean? But I think that's the very interesting and beautiful part of us, is that I think we love being around each other. That's why it's easier to even play together. That's why it's easy to celebrate each other. It's easier to actually even also tolerate some flaws of one another, whether musically or personally. Khona abanamaconsi, khona abanenhliziyo ezinhle, khona abantu abanolaka, mina lo kodwa nje masuba khona nje yabona this differences. So especially when we were working, you need to want to progress. Kodwa manje progressing, manje abantu uyabona bafuna ukudlala, which is okay. It's fine. But I think it's one of those things, that those differences that we need to just observe and just embrace it at the same time, And the beautiful thing about that as well, we are acting. This humor and this thing, I pay massive behind those backstage, but even on our performance, you kind of feel these guys, these guys are nice guys, you want now abanye baze bequme bengena stage bejethi sebezizwa bezimpi nje yabo kanti masiphinde sibaxo siyasebenza ndoda asikho lapha kodwa asikho. Yeah, sure. Yeah, so I think it's really amazing. But also we also see sonke. We have our special thing, the texture. To such a point, there was times we told Masio somewhere, told him maybe Utabana Gego, we have to get another brilliant musician to come in. But we all share the same sentiments. Okay, it's not the same. It's not our vibe. As brilliant as they are, and they would know the music, but just because again Taban. And then now it becomes impossible to tutify if we don't have any one of us, Okay. So I don't know if I'm answering your question.
No, you have. In fact, I can almost attest to what you are saying. Myself and the producer, we happened to be fortunate to attend one of your rehearsals. In fact, that was yesterday as we were preparing for this interview. And the vibe and the mood, kwi-rehearsal yenu nabo simphiwe la basho bahlupha lokuhlupho kuhle okunisa phambili. I even remember khona this song that you were rehearsing, apparently it was written by him. I can't remember what it's called, but ngiyithandile nje leyo vibe because it seems to be working for you. And I've seen a whole lot of other bands and groups engasurvive simply because asikwazi tolerate those individual differences. So I think you are doing quite exceptionally well. But Umbonisi and yourself, Nyama musical director, different characters at a personal level. Ni survive kanjani about you?
Well, I think different characters in certain ways, but I think we are more glued at heart. Cool. I think we like the same things. We really appreciate the same kind of texture of music. He's got. I respect his brilliance in terms of musically. That's why it is easy for me to let go and learn from him, and he learned from me. Kanjalo, all of those things. We just appreciate each other's brilliance, and we know we all got everything to offer on the table, So and then we end up now. I think this gets to the point of complementing each other. So it ends up being a role that is complementing. So in other words, even if it means there was a rehearsal that has to happen without me being there, because he is there, I know what the result is going to be amazing, because I just understand his musicianship and I understand his ability of putting music together. I don't know if that's the one.
No, this is quite interesting. Maybe for the benefit of our viewers who have been waiting for a long time to hear ukuthi let us reveal namhlanje, let me just spill the beans. In fact, as you can see, Tutti Group seated here with us, we are actually planning to host a concert, which is going to be a concert obviously hosted by Atimtende Events, but it's a concert as a elite wakakhulu Tutti Grooves, and that concert is going to be taking place on the 18th of July, Mandela Day. I know most of you are saying Mandela Day usuku lokuthi siphume contributor, but everyone can remember ukuthi sikwi lockdown and there is very little that we can do outside our spaces as sugas operator bona. So we've decided to come with a concept at Atimtende Events in concert with Tutti Grooves, and that's coming to your screens on the 18th of July. Kuzobe is Saturday, and we are starting at 3 p.m. Tutti Grooves izobe ipora inhliziyo zayo kunina. So please stay tuned to Atimtende Events page, because you are really going to be mesmerized by offering that's going to be coming from these gentlemen ababizwa nge Tutti Grooves. I repeat, it's happening on the 18th of July. It's a Mandela Day. We are starting at 3 p.m. As I'm speaking about this, Sianda Nino Tabani, it's a Mandela Day. Obviously, we are not on the ground as Hambile Sao visiting Mizi, making our contributions, Galabo 67 minutes, Tina, we are going to be pouring our hearts to the viewers at home, and the Tutti Grooves is offering a free concert jointly with Atim Tende Events. It's a free concert. Tutti Grooves, music offeration, it's music or 500 rands or even 1,000 rands just to get a seat. But it's coming to you free of charge, brought to you by none other than Atim Tende Events. Please take note of that. Obviously, we are coming with Tutti Grooves. It's a Mandela Day, Sianda.
Yes.
What does this day signify kunina ni Tutti Grooves? Because there is a whole lot of significance around the day, Mandela Day. Abantu ba contribute abenza zonke lezi zinto, but what's the significance yalolu suku kunina ni Tutti Grooves, and how does it therefore relate and translate to the concert esizobe sihostile nani?
Maybe I can start by I think parallel to each other. Firstly, it goes with maybe one sided being appreciation of the contributions that as we celebrate Utat Mandela, of contribution that he has been doing with other comrades, you know what I mean? I mean, we are here seated today. We are not expecting anybody to knock at our doors.
Exactly.
Just because we are here, you know, we can be talking about anything and everything and influence each other and empower each other without fearing anything. I mean, because obviously we know our history as South African, a history that we don't want to remember, but we do remember, by the way, and we never want to go back there, and we want to change this thing, you know. It also, for me as a young person, I think I could talk on a point of ambition. I want this day to signify possibilities. Possibilities that are opened up for each and every one of us to do everything and anything that we wanted to do, without anybody. Because unfortunately, especially amongst us African people, we've got a tendency to appreciate and make each other prosper, and be a very, 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 very significant part of anyone's prosperity. You know what I mean? So it ends up being, you know, this day should signify empowerment. It should signify life-changing, you know, opportunities for young people, everlasting opportunities. I mean, we have to be billionaires. We have to be great. We have to raise a lot of billionaires. Finally, see abantu abasikwazi ukuthi ngiyazi ukuthi lo ikhulunywa nje lockdown ngo billion abantu bekhala. Kodwa ngicela ukuthi kube into esijwayele ukuyibona, yabo. I mean, it's also an encouragement and a hint to our government. Let our government be a very significant role player in making sure that we are living a life that we see it as a black people to make it in life. You understand? It's not about just trying to, you know, just to under umuntu. We all need to be people that are creating opportunities for everyone. You know what I mean? So Mandela Day means that. It means opportunity for me. It also means that we need to strive and open new avenues for us to be better people. You understand? It's not only just about looking back to Tatu Mandela, but it's also just about the fact that we need to be, you know, people that make things possible for each and every one of us.
Very profound.
Thank you
from you, Sianda. Thank you so much for that. See, Tamani, maybe let's also come to you. You may have seen, you know, the musical history as a South Africa, which one way or the other is influencing a whole lot that's happening around the music, not only in South Africa, in Africa, and also around the world. But do you really think, Uguti, some of the artists that were in exile, you're talking about Abu Miriam Makeba, Keifa Semenyas, and all of those, do you think the role that they played back then, it actually influenced and it also assisted us to spread the African sound to the world, because that's why even Abu Lady Smith and Black Mambazo babies wakangaka overseas. It's because of the sound maybe, or the contribution that was played by Abanda Bagu Exile. Would you really agree, Uguti, there is a massive role that was played by Ama artists that were in exile?
Thanks again, Kapash. Impela ngiyavumela nawe kakhulu. Busa khuluma ngendaba ukuthi what does it mean indaba ka Mandela Day lo si celebrate. It's exactly the same as what those artists did. Ababanga selfish. You know, they made sure ukuthi against all odds. Bayaqhubeka with what they have to showcase it and to push it. Can you imagine how hard was it back then to push your brand? You was struggling, second technology. You're still struggling, but back then there was no technology, there was nothing, and West Basus went to their comfort zone, but still in exile. But Babuya, but I says cartel because this country's got nothing to offer us. But they pressed on, you know. And namhlanje you all Tutti groups who are doing the very same sound. You know. From different places
and you are still
all over
pushing
Africa.
It very hard.
And yenza ukuthi yahlala. It's a forever sound. It's a forever sound. Khona some young men sahlangana naye somewhere siyo perform uthi hey yazi manje ummusic wenu masithi sawulelela thina njenga musician I was inspiration nje yabo. And then kwase kukhuluma omunye nje ubhuti wathi hayi futhi awuyazi lento ukuthi ivelaphi. It's ayizele nina mhlambe ama musician people abazothi bakufanele uye econcertini uthi awuzame ngeticket abantu yabo izela abantu who understand the history behind it ukuthi uvelaphi lo music. And today we are here, we are able to sit like this and even talk to abantu abezemva kwethu ukuthi kahle kahle lento ivela from abantu abangabanga selfish. You know, even ngoyena uTatu Mandela abantu laba kade bambelela ngabo, because those are the people who were singing about him. There's even this song baba uBaba Masikela ekhuluma about Mandela, bring back Nelson Mandela, bring him back home. So those songs, you know, it wona lawa ethi noma naye ezwa ukuthi if abantu bakithi bokwazi ukuthi bahube ngami kangaka then into engenza yi right okusho ukuthi ke the togetherness, you know, yokuthi asebenzele abantu bakithi sikwazi ukuthi siqhubeke siye phambili. So it did, but our artists impela they did. Or abo Mama Mary Makeba, abo Babu Masikela, a lot of them, abo Raipir, people abadala, Tsepotsula Besangomoto, you know, people that have been there, and impela we're so grateful. In as much as celebrate Bob Mandela, but China is an artist.
They played a huge role.
Celebrate them a lot.
But will it be correct, maybe Sianda, to say the sound of Tutti Grooves is mainly influenced by such people, Labutabane Loke Eba mentioned?
I think precisely so, because that is our inspiration, and I think once we get to identify what people identify as our sound and our music as South Africans, I think it also is it's somebody's responsibility to make sure that sound never dies, and it never gets extinct, and it always keeps on going. You know what I mean? So, and then these kind of people, I know undoubtedly they have been inspiring me. I remember even someday, I think it was 1997, 1998, back home, we got to Uza. I think kwakufika uTatu Mandela khona birthday yakhe kune performance kaBaba Masikela, and that's the performance I've always you know, this is where I've got to learn, there's different instruments, wow, saxophone, I got to research Babu Kamahlango, that one, I actually told him the story, which I remember you from that time, and that was a performing with Babu Babu Masikela, and those are like, I mean, Umalumwami used to blast to Kefa Semenya every family event. But it has been just all of those are the sounds we you know, which also shows we are a very jubilant nation, but we actually come from a very horrific history, you know. So, but at the same time, even as horrific as it is, but we are still very nice and kind people. You know what I mean? We are loving people. We love seeing people. Siyawuthanda umgidi.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, sibonakala ukuthi we are happy with what we're listening to.
Exactly.
Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Babu Keswa, maybe ngokwakho nje, which song would you really say best describes utata uNelson Mandela?
Hey, maningi, you know.
Maningi.
But elingifikela nje leli sankomoto.
Okay.
Now or never.
Okay.
You know.
Why now or
now
never?
Or never.
Okay.
You know, it that's where it begins. You know, it's well, I think when but there were times.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can all anticipate that. There were times where he had to decide. What is it? Am I doing this now?
Yeah, sure.
You know, so that. That
that's an
now,
interesting piece.
Now and never, you know. So it's and then you almost ucabanga zonke lezi zinto asedlule adlula kuzona.
Yeah,
you know?
Sure.
He started somewhere.
There had to be a time later khona manje kuyenzeka noma senzeke.
Yeah,
sure.
You know, so that one, because even nama lyrics akhona ayasho ukuthi hey Africa, you know, kanti uhleli usonke izandla.
Yeah, there has to be a time at the ulima and you've been working very hard trying to achieve something. If it has to come, ayifike manje. Noma ingabusafika. With you, Sandra, which song really would you say best describes utata?
I think for me, I think the song that I can think of right now is Babu Huma Sigela.
Okay.
Speaking about Ibalalam. Speaking of African pride, black pride, is that African people understand self-love. You know, these are the things that we needed to reintroduce to ourselves because we have been distracted by this nonsensical system of apartheid.
Correct.
Unfortunately, you guys, I wish. I'm glad I didn't really. I didn't experience it to its core. Abazalbet would understand it, but and then we read history, we understand that I funegli guys, and you understand as much as it may not have really finished. There are still those people that you know wants to isolate themselves away from who we are. We are a very loving nation. We are very we love people. We love visitors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you, I think but the African pride, Ibalala milimnyama ngiyazikanya ngalo, ngiyazidla ngalo. It speaks of how excited we are about ourselves. I think that's the thing that I think Utatu Mandela had to rejuvenate in us.
Correct.
You know,
Yeah. But now, as we draw towards the conclusion of this matter, we see a lot of young people. They are into hip hop. They are into igomu. They are into, you know, a lot of dance music, if I may put it that way. How do we ensure that young people siyakwazi retain the sound that you guys are giving? Because it's the sound esasithola, you know, from the people abadala kunani besinikeza yona. It seems as if ayitholi expression to this younger generation. What can we do mhlambe in your own thinking and your own understanding mhlambe Thabani uwenza sure ukuthi even the young people abakhona njengamanje bayakwazi ukuthatha le sound futhi nabo bayisebenzise, even making it resonate with the current situation and the love of music that people have, bayifake kodwa lamane njana bakwazi ukuyithola abantu.
Uyazi into ezosiza ukuthi singayinyezi ngawo. Yabo once atry ukuzinyeza ngale sound, because khona into ayenzeka eDurban North kunenye I music lounge esikesasebenza kuyona. Sifika, there was no live band. There was just igqomu, deep house, you know, and then
dance music
in
general,
that group of people where ba attend khona, and then I owner yakhona, and then met with me, and then saxoxa, and then I brought a band there. And asibanga na kuyinyeza, we went there, we did our thing. The very same people who were used to and exposed to this dance music, some of them, they were like, jazz, you know,
sure.
or Afro music or what. But believe you me, within like I think the third time. Njengoba usanda sayisho base bengacaba babangani bethu kahle masosebenza la, you know. So it's once ayekuyinyeza ngale and into yase stage ke le into yokuthi ube phambi kwabantu uyenza.
True.
Ngoba there's no other way because fanele sasakhuluma ngokuthi it's not when you do this not about doing a festival. But it should be like a society. You're building a society. So that they understand ukuthi lento le it's into yasekhaya, you know, into kunenye iconcept usiyanda akayenze ngale eSteng efana nokuthi nje uvele uyemva kwendlu noma lomo wakho ubeka iband baperform beze nomakhelwane
bazobuka abalalele kube mnandi
developed to something, you know. Now it's big and then everyone mayazi ukuthi kune jazz with you, you know, they're like we wanna go, we wanna be there. So lento le afanele unyeze ngayo, you just have to do it, you know, so that abantu bezokwazi ukuthi music and especially if ukuthi umuntu can dance to something which means lo muntu uyalalela uyezwa then uzokwazi ukulalela definitely. And then ukuthi you even see a lot of events people ayikabi but they think idinga uku-add nokudilute ifakwe something better. But no, you can do with it email nje yona you can do with it and phela kube a massive event, you know. But once wayinyeza ngayo uzobe sefuna ukuthi uyenze ngathi ngasound like then
Sianda,
do you want to add? Mhlamba, I see you are eager to say something.
Well, I think kulombuzo wako it has been also we must not take away the fact that I see some of these hip hop guys and maybe let's just say Afro pop guys are really also taking ownership of what we call our sound. I mean, you find our music, just to mention a few, like about Java, you've got about Black Diamond, who have got this very rich sound. I mean, Black Diamond, you've got that Maskandi feel, you feel these things, and we are making our sound fashionable and accessible to the youth in the way we present it. So I think we need game changers like that. You know what I mean? I mean, people who are going to. Because if you want to do what other people, maybe Americans, are doing, then you're actually not adding value to the society.
Yeah, that's very true.
Because you are just being one of nje. Tuck shop angikho lapho. Yabo sengisho ukuthi be a contributor and then let's make our music be accessible and more importable. Is it importable? Exportable. Yes. Exportable. Naturally, yabo sesiyakwazi ukulihambisa siyise kwamanye amazwe and nabo be appreciate it based on its authenticity.
Correct. But maybe our viewers are really asking themselves, what sound exactly are we talking about? Is it possible? Am I putting you on a spot? Probably you already have, you know, something that you call your sound with angazi. Ibiswa ngani sound ye Tutti Grooves? Is it fusion? Is it jazz? What is it? What is this sound? We love it so much, but mhlawumbe nina niyathi niyibiza ngani? Siyibiza ngani le sound yenu?
Angikwazi ukuyibiza, but because it has some jazz elements into it, but it also has got to do with some dance music involved. And I mean, whether you see it as dance music, pop music, then African pop music. I mean, it's a collaboration of good music. You know, and then what we, I mean, you could have people like Ubabu Uhima Sigela who had beautiful presentation on stage. I mean, in my whole entire life, I've never seen somebody who can put a perfect show like this from song number 1 to the last song because of the way you are able to present your music, and it's all about that. I think by categorizing it, I think we would be depreciating what we are trying to adapt or rather to come up with. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't call it jazz, but though there are improvisational jazz elements into it. I don't know what we go.
But given an opportunity, Thabani, who is this artist in South Africa, if not in the world, that you'll want to do a collaboration with as Tutti Grooves?
Lo mbuzo usuzovela uveze lento ye-individualism emnandi ngathi.
All right.
Anyway,
okay.
It's fine for me. I was happy when we did a collaboration with Annie Smith.
Okay.
That worked for me. And it was a very good experience and a very humbling experience.
Okay.
And it's because Sigrisake sasekhaya, but seen influence, you know, emnandi nje disco music. Because disco music is a traditional music on its own, you know. So with that and nalento thina sinayo yala ekhaya kwavele kwamnandi because safike safuna ukuyenza njengaye exactly ingoma yakhe kodwa sathi mase sesenza sound check kodwa hayi ake nihlabe nje yabo and yavele yayithina naye lento yabo and it was very very nice and very great.
Okay, will you agree, San?
No, it was a life-changing experience. I mean, I probably have access to him as well. I mean, I would actually tell you, he told me, guys, you guys just sound so amazing. I mean, he kept on talking about it, he even called me some other point. Okay. So and then Tutti Grooves, when are we doing something together again? I mean, he was so excited, and I actually still appreciate him today for allowing such a big brand that he is to be to associate with us, and also get to a point where he you know, he finds a way to gel with us. It was just so amazing with what Njobutawana Seshilo.
Okay.
I don't know
so will you also agree to the name Annie Smith?
Yes,
as far
definitely.
As the collaborations are concerned.
I think we would probably I mean just
because I do want to allow that element of individualism. What will you prefer, or who is this person that you will most prefer? Okay.
I think it would be nice to say, because I think once again I would love for our band to live our dream as well, our past dream. Not because it has passed, but I mean, I don't know how to call this, but you know, there are certain fantasies we have about music, people we idolize, and then I think being part of our journeys. I mean, I would love to do collabos with people like Black Moses from Isol Brothers. Okay. I mean, this is how we resonate. Nice. I mean, other people would you understand what is old school, which is
I can see your choice also. It speaks exactly to the sound. Let's say I appreciate Tutti Grooves. But maybe before we even get to a point of telling our viewers as we conclude our interview, what you have in store for them for the Saturday, because Saturday is coming most definitely, Umhlaka 18 July. But I want to get to something else before I get into that. Is there an album that is currently selling here, Tutti Grooves? Or are there certain songs or singles, whatever you call it, that's available, Go Music or wherever, in whatever platform that is available for our viewers, abanga vweka manje bahamba uyithenga kusasa or abanga access even online?
Should I answer that?
All right, anyone?
Yeah, I think it's one thing ngathi sikhalela ukushana ngeimpama ngayo.
Okay.
We have procrastinated a lot on this particular issue, but we did take a first step and we did release our single Istandwa. Okay. Probably you're gonna have to hear it also on if you're a first time experience.
Well, what can I say?
Okay. So Istandwa, it's the title of the song, ne?
Istandwa, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, well. Yeah, unfortunately, I wrote that song. So, with that said, I think it comes from a point of like we are a jubilant nation, we are a loving nation, and we love our people. Abantu bethu, you know, we've got our special way as African people to our tutluntombi. We've got our way of expressing ourselves, and asikwazi ukuthi sihloko esikhuluma ngendlela yodwa. Konke engashoko ngesingisi kodwa uma uyisho ngesiZulu ithanda ukuba nenye meaning emnandi kanjani. So I think it's a love song basically, where we're just uncoma nesithando sokuthi ukumamatheka kwakho nje ntombi. Yeah, but so
okay.
Yeah, so that's a song ukwazi ukuyithola online on the digital platforms of iTunes and Google Play, etc. So yeah, and but we would love to record. Guys, let's record, please. Come on, guys. Where are these guys?
Yeah.
We need to record this album. I think it's about time that South Africa gets to experience ourselves. But just to get our sound out there as well, people need to know and access our music as you are hinting with your question.
But again, the musical direct.
Okay.
Ama tracks so afakile. You know,
Kuma platforms.
Studio.
Okay.
Ama tracks seswa trackile.
Okay.
Studio. So kunje siqhubeke sifinishe senze ngokufanele bese siyikhipha ke uyabo so kukhona ku pipeline.
Yeah, I think this also presents a good opportunity for me to put you on the spot, guys.
Yeah.
Do you really think a studio production for your first album will be the best album as opposed to a kind of a live offering from Tutti Grooves, and that becomes a recording of the first album? Which one would you best prefer between the two?
I think we function better on stage because I think we are givers by nature.
Okay.
I think we love expressing and we love making people happy. So I think as much as we love each other, but when we're pouring our hearts to the people, it means so much more, you know. Opportunity just
Okay, so those are the plans at Tutti Grooves. Are there any timelines that are attached to this plan moving forward?
We are still in the drawing board for now in terms of what's the execution plan from here. Okay. We just need to put a product, since you've oversold us in terms of what we are all about. But yeah, so now I think we have given us enough pressure to have something good out.
All right.
You know?
Okay, one thing that we can do as Atim Chende events is to sort of commit ourselves in front of you, viewers. With first album, we will really love to be part of that album. Whatever contribution, you know, that we can commit as Atim Chende, obviously we'll still have to discuss that. We do want to make that commitment to our viewers at home. We want to be part of this offering as a Become Tutti Group. So take this as a commitment. We are just giving it to you. If you need support, we are available as Atim Chende events to sort of, you know, assist you to fast track this process. It has procrastinated for quite a number of years. So that's an offer that we are making openly with public and you see Atim Chende events to you, gentlemen. Okay. All right. See, I conclude manje bafowethu. Si lungiselela lomhla 18 July. What are some of the things that you have in store for us? But there's something engike ngayizwa kancane enikhuluma ngayo ebizwa ngehunger strike, you know, as one of the songs. Mhlambe before nisithathe through leyo, what happened exactly lana? Who came up with this name, hunger strike? It's the name of the song. That's what they titled one of their songs. And really, what's this song about?
Uyazi qapashe kunzima ukusebenza nalezi insizwa yabo. Thina sinosakhile sesibadala sibuye sikhathale singasobakhuza kanjani laba bana bayahlupha. Le ngoma iHunger Strike ngempela ngoba uqanjwa kwayo yaqanjwa kulanjiwe.
Okay.
Sisendaweni ethize singesibale
siyosebenza noma nanirecord
sizosebenza khona siziperforma kwase kuba ukuthi ke bayazi ukuthi ke mase sifikile phela kufanele kulungise ukuya ngasethunjini.
Okay.
Sesifikile bayazi.
Yeah, sure.
Kodwa ke manje namhlanje bathatha nje u3 hours wabo. Ungathi asikafiki sesifikile. Hayi madoda atisokwenze njani makunje kusasa ngamanje zivele siye ngoba ukudla ngafiki. Kanti sizovele to assist to ake get ready salindele ukudla kuthina to get ready ne stage no sodlala ngeke sidlaleke lezi ngoma zethu lezi esijulukele si rehearse ayingeke kobonakala khona.
Okay.
Kwavele kwavuka ingoma.
So nangena stage na perform.
Kwavele kwavuka ingoma. Stage
ingoma ivuke stage
Lambi
sikhuluma lo ntayi bazakani ngoba ngathi anisithathe serious should nathi asinithathe serious sizovele sidlale noma yini njengamanje futhi The thing is about that is that it was not planned.
Okay.
The frustration was really not planned. In fact, I even remember, guys, angifuna ukudlala lo yonke into esifuna esiprepare nansi ngoma in the key of F1.
Yeah.
And then sadlala. And then it just flowed. It flowed. I want to nendlela zethu zama musician just to just express our. And then it ended up being a song. And I hope you're gonna like it on Saturday.
So it's part of what you're bringing on Saturday.
So everything that you're gonna be hearing on that song was never modified later. It's everything that happened on there.
Over and above Hunger Strike, what else is coming on Saturday?
Well, I guess yeah. No, essentially, I think one of the things to expect, I think, is also just a view, a window shopping of what we call our inspiration in terms of music. So we would be rendering some of these covers. I mean, by the great Abohuma Sigela, great Sankomota Tseputula. These things that we're talking about. It's actually our journey, giving you a peek through what we see and what we love. Buffet.
Okay, that's a good one. So that's what's coming to you on the 18th of July at 3 p.m. It's a Timtende event in concert with Tutti Grooves. 3 p.m. 18th July. Please don't miss this one. And before we get to Hunger Strike 2, kufuna ngivale le interview no producer wami usiyangithethisa njengamanje. I'm sure lezi zinto sazifuna ukuya ngasethunjini ngoba zizogcina zifaka uHunger Strike number 2 ngempela. Mhlawumbe Tabani, can you just tell us ukuthi how do people get hold of you? Maybe befuna ukunibhuka befuna mhlawumbe interact ngani nani mhlawumbe about other opportunities. You've spoken about recording. Somebody may be listening njengamanje mhlawumbe recording label or whoever, or even someone who's a venture capitalist, so I want to make a contribution. Timtende has done that. Somebody else could be saying, Naimi, I want to be part of this. How do people get hold of you, whether bandbook or befuna supporter? Sintola kanjani Tabani?
Sine page lapha ku Facebook.
Okay.
Kodwa manje ubuza umuntu omdala oyi-BBT.
Okay.
Ngiyabona ukhuluma isingisi.
Yeah, sure.
Mina sami siphela ngo2.
All right.
So izinto eziningi buye isala.
Sure.
Kodwa bathi kune page lapha Facebook.
Okay.
Tutti.
Okay.
Which is TUTTI.
All right.
Mo search lapha ku Facebook. And then ungabe bese uxhumana nathi lapho bese kuba ke no Instagram kuba @TuttiGrooves.
Okay.
Na ku Twitter futhi ndefanayo
@TuttiGrooves.
@TuttiGrooves.
Okay.
And then ke sine email tuttigrooves@gmail.com.
All right.
Bese kuba ke inamba esisebenzisayo ke it's inamba 065 520 2823.
Lesipindele futhi baba.
It is 065 520 2823. Uthi nje Tutti Grooves.
Tutti Grooves.
Yeah, so bekube sekuba sewuhlelwe.
Great stuff. It was quite interesting to be with you, gentlemen. Siyavalelisa njengamanje emakhaya, but do catch us live once again. I repeat, it's happening on the 18th of July at 3 p.m. on your screens. You will find us on Facebook under Timtende Events. Catch us again on our Instagram. Again, it's Timtende Events. Nzosithola futhi na ku Twitter @Timtende_E. That's Timtende Events page. Also, ikona ku YouTube if you want. We've got a channel Timtende Events. It's gonna be streaming in all these platforms. So please catch us live on the 18th of July, 3 p.m. Timtende Events in concert with Tutti Grooves. Asivalelise bafethu emakhaya. Sijabulele kakhulu kuba nani. Mhlambe siyanda your last parting words.
Thank you very much once again to be invited like it has been a very warm environment, and thank you for allowing us to share our music, share ourselves, and just actually share thank you for your contributions towards our vision, and we open up to a lot of people that want to invest in us and make sure that this thing goes forward. And thank you very much for listening. I think I'll also say a test and say please follow Timtende because they're one of the great game game changes currently as we speak. So it's one of the things to look out for, you know, at this very time. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Babu Kes, for your parting words.
Sasehamba njalo.
Yeah, siyahamba manje.
Okay.
Usifuna ungishaya ngehanga strike.
Bengizothi singakadli. Kodwa cha sithanda ukubonga kakhulu babuqhabhasha. It's very warm la ekhaya. Seshilo uMfokaZulu. Sibonga kakhulu. Thank you for your support. Usuvele wayibeka la etafuleni. Yes, encourage kakhulu. Sithemba ukuthi bukele emakhaya bazolandela kakhulu ipage lakho la YouTube, babuke iTV le yakwakho enhle kakhulu eveza ama talent abantu bakithi. Ngiyayithanda lento yenza uqhaphasha impela cha qhubekele phambili athi Mthende. Hayi it's a force to reckon with. Siyayibona impela even izinto enzenzayo when you do events, infrastructure nayo it's out of this world, you know, and siyazi ukuthi isizophela ne lockdown in the near future. Bonakale ngempela ukuthi what athi Mthende can do. And sibonga kakhulu kuba ingxenye yale concert yangomgqibelo and nami ngineshow futhi ngiyazi ngoba ngibonile ukuthi hayi cha impela ngeke bayisola abafowethu ukuthi bathune in babuke babone balale nobanike nje ufisa to reach out to Tutti Grooves as well. Hayi ngeke uzisola. That's one thing, you know. That's one thing we know. Ngeke uzisola.
No, I'm sure editor wethu uzwafaka futhi nama details ethu. I'm sure nje manje they are running already kuma screens and abantu bazokwazi ukuthi ba benefit. I can see them already asefakiwe. So those are the details and uzothola bona iTutti Grooves. That was Taban Keswa and Siyanda uMfokaZulu representing iTutti Grooves, and I'm Xolani Xulu, your host from Atimtende TV. This is Atimtende Events. Thank you so much for watching. Keep warm emakhaya. Enjoy your evenings. Sizonibona ngomhla 18 July 3 p.m. on Atimtende Events, and please tune in. Don't miss out. Have a great evening once again. We love you.